but it's so good that you've done what you've done. And I want us to pull back and make it so that we continue to do this. But right now you have something that you want to talk about. We can talk about that later on various shows in this show. But right now I want to hear about what you're doing right now with your current plan with initiatives. What
happened, there was a thing called the RTA, which was put on the ballot in 2006. And it was a plan whereby they set up a regional board that wasn't elected to control the transportation. And there was no money in that plan for maintenance of roads, all for building new roads. And now we've reached a point where the RTA has money and the city and the county don't. So I thought it would be a great idea if we took some of the RTA money and used it to fix the roads. Neither the city nor the county can afford to fix anything. And so I tried to get that started as an initiative, and I'm still planning on it, but I'm looking around for support. So if you'd put my phone number or something
Absolutely.
on the screen,
we're going to put your phone number on there. There it is right
I'd
there.
like to hear from people because it's really important. This is the only chance we'll have to get that done. So if I could get the support, I would do it.
Very good, and I'll do what I can to get you that support in more than one way. And I just want to talk really quickly about that and just insert one quick thing, is that what I'm being told is that a lot of this money that the RTA or perhaps entities should have thought about maintaining our roads. They wanted to build, and no money was, as far as I know, within my basic understanding, is not the proper amount of money was put in for maintenance. And I can just tell you that when the inner part of a city crumbles, you've got a major problem. How are we going to grow the city properly and get the good paying jobs we want and stuff like that, those nice quality jobs, if our roads, I don't think we're going to get quality jobs that pay well with beat up roads. And so if you want quality jobs that pay well and you want a quality city, you can't allow it to rot from the inside. You're trying to prevent that.
I can't believe that our supervisors and our city council fell for this, to take the money and give the control of it to somebody else that is not elected so they can do whatever they want. And you can see they're having fights with the city and the supervisors because they disagree on what to do. And I'll never forgive them for doing that. Our elected officials should have known not to do it. But we could fix it with an initiative.
So it sounds like a situation where our elected officials aren't able to do anything right now. It's one of those situations where they can't and it's not going to happen. So maybe if we don't want our roads to get even more dangerous than they already are, which they're obviously dangerous now, everybody can see that, and are not going to bring in the companies that would give us the good paying jobs, it's up to us and people like you to do that. And what I want to do is I'm going to continue to put that contact information on the screen. Perhaps we can talk later about me putting it on YouTube as a clip and putting out some flyers to try and get it some hits. When I put out flyers, it increases the number of hits and attention I get to my YouTube. So there's different things that I do want to do to help you do this, and I'm very, very pleased to have you on my show. And for those of you that are watching right now, when you see that contact information come up on it again, please go ahead and write that down and give your support. If you really, really, really care about Tucson, well, one of the things that I call Tucson, I hate to say it, Tucson's a cheap city. And I love Tucson, I really do, but I'm tired of the cheap city part. And we got to get away from this cheap city thing, and we got to have money to build the city properly, build the city also in a way that includes the people, but that's different than the cheap part. And we're going to stay a cheap city until we get good paying jobs in here, and hopefully green jobs will be our next green jobs will be a great set of good paying jobs, and we're not going to have it happen without good roads. It's just my personal opinion, so please, if you love our city and you've got the time and you've got the ability, contact that information on your screen and talk to John. So I'll do what I can for you.
Thank you.
So is there any one last thing you want to tell me for this segment of the show?
I think we're short of time here, I think.
Oh, well, we're done with this part, basically, but we're not starving for time. But so just realize that John is Mr. Initiative. This guy has tons of experience. He's not just some guy talking here about something he'd like to do. This person has done. And if you want to be part of that, then please contact him now, and I'll be replaying the show, and if it's a recorded show, contact him then. And if you see me out on YouTube, well, then contact him. Just do something, please. John, I hope... Oh, yes.
I just wanted to throw in that in the paper that last week, there was an article that said that Tucson needs $68 million to fix their roads. $68 million, money that they don't have.
Right.
And it's beyond me that the politicians and the people in power in this county haven't understood that there is money available and that they could reprioritize the use of that money.
Right. This makes perfect sense to me. I'd like to put this in a nutshell as far as I understand it. Correct me if I'm wrong. The RTA, which is all about, or basically it's in our road building structure, they're doing that with us right now, and they have a lot of money, and we haven't had the growth that we've had in the past, and that some of that money that they have could fix our roads, and then we would have the $68 million to do it, but only basically in the short future, they might be the only or one of the only ways to do it. So if you want the roads, you know, we need to get an initiative and get that money from the RTA where it belongs. Is that basically a good one?
That's basically it.
Well, John, I sure thank you for being on the first segment, and I appreciate it greatly.